And welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, February 18th, 2016. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks has a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Thank you for your patience with that. So, in our videos lately, we've been stepping back and looking at the Russell Index. The IWM is the ETF that represents the Russell Index on a 5-year monthly time frame. Just because of the volatility and the price action we've been experiencing lately, I think it's really worth stepping back and taking a look at things on the monthly. So 2013, nice uptrend. 2014, the IWM consolidated within our blue channel. In early 2015, it ticked up and out of the blue channel, and then since mid-2015, we've had this sell-off that has brought us to where we are right here, right now. So we're halfway through the month of February. We were keeping an eye on this candle from the month of January with the long wick, where price got down to this area here and was defended and brought higher. And when the price did the same thing in the month of February, it was defended again. So we're only about halfway through the month, but here is the candle shaping up so far. We're getting into the zone at the lower body from last month where you really want to be careful because prices moved pretty significantly this week. I would think that it would have to take a little bit of a rest, although having said that, I'm filming this at about 8:45 on Thursday morning. The futures are up. Europe slightly up. France was looking a little bit weak last time I looked, but their markets closed at 11:30 this morning, so you might want to look at that. Asian markets were mostly up. Shanghai was slightly down, but interesting to me, the news out of China, the economic data has not been that strong, and yet their markets are lifting. So that's interesting. So getting back to the Russell, I just wanted to make you aware of this area of congestion and consolidation where price fell off before. So we're getting into that area where, considering this move, I would think we would have a little bit of a hard time getting through this area, especially considering the move that's taken place so far. But so far, as I say, the futures are up this morning, so maybe we're all good. I wanted to make you aware as well. I'm going to move it away from the daily chart to the weekly, and I want to take a look at the Dow and the S&P because I'm noting volume for the week. So although we do have a nice healthy candle for the week so far, so this is the Dow, DIA, the ETF that represents the Dow. It's lifting off this area of support where it lifted before, but the volume for the week so far, not so much. So you want to be aware of that. Same thing with the S&P. Volume, nice candle, volume missing. And the IWM, nice candle so far, but volume is not there. The other thing I'm looking at are the financials. So XLF. I mean, nice hammer from last week for sure, that's great, but I'd want to see a more bullish, interesting look on the financials. So I'm keeping an eye on JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, on the daily charts, at least for me, to glean a little more information as the days go by. So this is XLF, Goldman Sachs, not so much, JP Morgan, a little higher, but Doji's yesterday. So they're pausing in this area where when we refer to the Dow and the S&P and where they are, the financials are pausing here. You've got to be really super careful. So just wanted to point that out. So I'm not putting any new charts forward or highlighting any new charts until we see the IWM, the Russell, in more of a trend. So we want to see, at least on the weekly, the IWM, up and over that 8-day EMA on the weekly. And ideally, it would be great to see price move up and into this blue channel again. Whether it gets there, who knows? For now, the market's in a downtrend. So I'm not putting any new charts forward, but if you, I refer sometimes to old charts old value growth charts that we put forward before that are lifting off areas of support. So I'll highlight a few of those for you. Google is the first area of support, filled the gap up and over the 8-day. So Google looks interesting. Never making any recommendations, always for your further research, just pointing out charts that I like to see price up and over that 8-day EMA. Google still has a nice high value score at 1.21 on a scale of 1 to 2. The second one is Calmine Foods in another sector. Again, up and over that 8-day EMA. Sorry about my little circle there. Let me take that away. And lifting off this area of support. Calmine has a very high value score of 1.83, very high. And the third one is ICE Intercontinental Exchange, an old chart of the day cafe pick, up and over this area of support and up and over the 8-day EMA, nice bullish candle yesterday. And again, whoops, sorry about that. The value score on this is 1.41. Check those scores this morning. So those might be interesting. The other thing that I wanted to share with you that I think is really worth noting, wow, big piece of news this morning that I don't think you should miss. The governor of the Bank of Japan is calling on the other central banks around the world for a coordinated effort. Whoa. If this gets any traction whatsoever, that's an interesting thing to note. So you might want to look into that a little bit deeper, but if he actually gets some the other central banks to acquiesce on that, that would be an interesting thing for the markets for sure. So wanted you to be aware of that. So with that, I'll leave you. Have a nice weekend, and I will put out a video again next Tuesday. Thanks.